Hey there, Mike from AMB. We're up here previewing the Noosa Enduro course. That's on later this year on the 30th of July. It's a marathon race that's been around for a very long time. It runs up in the Noosa Hinterland, but it's back. It started again in 2021, and on the 30th of July 2022, it takes to the trails again, starting at Tewantin, which is where we are right now. Now, tackling a marathon event like the Noosa Enduro isn't something that most people should do off the couch. So we've got Anna Beck with us, who's AMB's fitness guru. So she's going to be taking us through some of the key sections of the trails and maybe what you should do to make sure you can get through the event in one piece and have a great day. For 2022, there are 3 courses to choose from. You've got a 30K event, which is a nice introductory level distance that you can do. Then there's the 60K event. It's going to take you a little bit further into the Noosa Hinterland, or the main event, which is the 100K race. That's what we're going to look at today over the 100-kilometre course. It's quite a demanding course in terms of the distance that you need to cover, but it's also a really scenic course too. You get out into the Noosa Hinterland, go through lots of the villages there, great views to the ocean, plus you get to ride a lot of the single track at Tewantin too.
The Noosa Enduro course, while it starts nice and flat around the Tewantin edges, we actually do climb up a fair bit. We've got a lot of climbing in the midsection of the course, and then some extra climbing thrown in towards the end before we head back here. Pacing and strategy is key to making the most out of it. It'll make those end of race beers taste even sweeter.
One great thing about the Noosa Enduro on 30th of July is that it does create a perfect weekend to get away up to the beautiful Sunshine Coast and Noosa Hinterland area if you want to escape a cold winter from down south. And to match with that, there's also the Noosa gravel race on the Sunday, and it's even the national championships this year. So bring one bike, bring 2, come up for a weekend and escape this cold southern winter. So the first few Ks of the Noosa Enduro, no matter what distance you're doing, you are coming out on these flatter trails, a lot of double track and pieces of single track. Just chill at this point. You've got plenty of racing to come. If people are getting in front of you, that's all good. There's some really big hills coming once you get to the hinterland, and you want to keep your strength then. So at about 5K in or a little bit more, you start heading into some of the flat single track on the way out of Tewantin. Here, you might change your strategy from how you're riding for the Noosa Enduro. I'd make sure you keep a bit of a distance off the rider in front, give yourself 2 or 3 bike lengths so you don't get caught up behind any mistakes that they make.
We come through Pomona into the first checkpoint and then head into the Tukachoi forest around Mount Karora. Now this is where things start to get a bit spicy with some short, sharp climbs, but make sure not to use all your biscuits up here because we've got some even bigger ones once we pop out the other side of the forest. So if you're coming through the speed zone, make sure you have plenty of hydration, take something to eat, keep yourself on track for having smiles at the end.
Alright, so much of the Noosa Trail Network is a ton of fun. You're just like swooping through some of the trees on these multi-use trails and old forest roads, but the climbs are still steep. So, take it in your stride. Don't get upset if you got to get off and walk, because trust me, people at the front of the race will be too. So in about the last 20K or so, you're coming back through the Noosa Trail Network. It's a whole network of trails that connect a lot of the townships in the Noosa Hinterland. It's a pretty special country that you come through. It's on the foothills as you're going up to the hinterland. So you're descending back down, going through these rainforest gullies. There's a lot of older forestry works here, so you can see the remnants of old bridges, old logging tracks and snig tracks, but you can also see the great regrowth that's happening and enjoy the cool air in the forest. So the Noosa Enduro should be on your must-ride list for events for 2022. You've got the 100-kilometre distance, the 60 or the 30. From what we've seen over the 100K course today, it's a really varied route that you're going to get a full experience of riding in the Noosa area. We're still up here on the hinterland, but we've been on single track in Tewantin, we've been on rainforest trails, we've been on country forest roads. It's been a whole lot of fun.
So choose your challenge, the 30K, 60 or even the 100K race. And come and experience all that Noosa has to offer, from the trails to the beach.
It's going to be a great weekend of riding with the 2 days of events mixed with the mountain biking on Saturday and the gravel race on the Sunday. And it's a perfect reason to come up to this corner of Queensland and a beautiful part of the world on the 30th of July. So don't miss it.